10 Canadian muscle cars you'll want to remember, what they cost then versus now. What are some of the awesome things people love about Canada, eh? Breathtaking natural beauty, maple syrup, Ryan Reynolds, and of course, Canadian muscle cars. So, in this video, we'll explore 10 unforgettable Canadian muscle cars. We'll be diving into what they cost back then and their current market value in US dollars. And just for the record, you might want to stick around for number 7. Number 10, 1960 Ford Frontenac. The Ford Frontenac, a unique car from the early 1960s, originally sold for around $2,500 when it first hit the market in 1960. This Canadian classic was built by the Ford Motor Company of Canada and had some distinct features that made it stand out. It came with a 144 cubic inch, 2.4 liter inline 6 engine that produced 90 horsepower, giving it a decent speed for its time. Today, the Ford Frontenac is a rare find. Its value has significantly increased over the years. Depending on the condition, a Ford Frontenac can sell for anywhere between $15,000 to $30,000 in today's market. Collectors are particularly interested in its unique styling and historical significance. In terms of features, the Frontenac boasted a stylish design, comfortable interior, and a solid build. It was known for its reliability and was quite popular in Canada during its short production run. If you come across one, it's not just a piece of automotive history, but also a valuable collector's item. Number 9, 1959 Plymouth Valiant. Made in '59, the Valiant was marketed by the Plymouth division of the Chrysler Corporation in the United States from model years of 1960 through 1976. The Plymouth Valiant was a big deal in the Canadian muscle car scene. It was known for being a solid, reliable car with a surprising punch. Models equipped with a 273 cubic inch V8 could rush on with 102 horsepower. Back in the day, you could get a base Valiant for around $2,500. That might not sound like much, but it was a decent chunk of money back then. Right now, a restored Valiant in good condition can be bought from $15,000 to $35,000, depending on options, condition, and rarity. The sweet spot seems to be the performance-oriented Valiant Signet, which often commands higher prices due to its sportier look and feel. So while the Valiant might not have the same name recognition as some of its American counterparts, it definitely deserves a spot on any Canadian muscle car enthusiast's radar. Number 8, 1952 Mercury M100. The Mercury M100, a classic pickup truck from the 1950s, is a gem among car enthusiasts. When it first rolled off the assembly line in 1952, the original cost was around $1,500. Today, these vintage trucks are highly sought after, with current market values ranging from $20,000 to $40,000. Of course, the range is mostly depending on their condition. The M100 has a sturdy design with a powerful flathead V8 engine, producing 152 horsepower. Features included a spacious cargo bed, durable suspension, and a comfortable cabin. Collectors are particularly interested in the M100 for its blend of rugged utility and classic style. Its rarity and historical significance make it a prized commodity. So if you're looking for a piece of automotive history with a touch of nostalgia, the Mercury M100 is the perfect choice. Number 7, 1953 Buick Skylark. The Buick Skylark stands out for its performance and style. Introduced in 1953, the Skylark had a sleek design and a powerful engine that made it a favorite among car enthusiasts. It featured a V8 engine, delivering an impressive 155 horsepower and a top speed of over 120 miles per hour. When the Skylark first hit the market, it was priced around $4,355. This was quite high for the time, making it a luxury vehicle. Today, the Buick Skylark is a sought-after classic car. Collectors value it for its stylish design and historical significance. Depending on the model year and condition, a Buick Skylark can sell for $30,000 to $70,000 at auctions. The car's unique features such as its distinctive grille and spacious interior add to its charm. With its combination of power and elegance, the Buick Skylark remains a beloved piece of automotive history. If you're liking it so far, do make sure to like and subscribe to our channel. Number 6, 1960 Dodge Dart. The Dodge Dart, a major player in American motor history, made its debut in 1960 and ended production in 1976. Models like the GT and GTS were no slouches, offering spirited performance with their potent V8 engines. With 160 to 200 horsepower, it was capable of pushing the Dart to impressive speeds. Back then, you could get a base Dart for around $2,500, but those GT and GTS models commanded a premium, easily topping $3,000. Today, a restored Dart GT in good condition can fetch anywhere from $25,000 to $40,000, depending on options and condition. The GTS, being even rarer, can command prices well into the six figures for top-tier examples. What drives these prices? Well, it's a mix of nostalgia, rarity, and the overall classic car market. Dart muscle cars have been gaining popularity, while finding a clean original example is becoming increasingly difficult. Number 5, 1962 Pontiac Acadian SS. Acadian is a model of automobile produced by General Motors of Canada from 1962 to 1971. Built as a response to the Auto Pact of 1965, which limited the import of American cars into Canada, the Acadian was GM Canada's answer to the muscle car craze. With its sharp styling and powerful V8 options, the Acadian SS quickly became a favorite among Canadian performance enthusiasts. Back in the day, you could get a brand new Acadian SS for a price that would come to around $2,000. I mean, with features like bucket seats, a sporty interior, that roaring V8 engine, it's hard to argue over the price, not to mention a rather impressive 195 horsepower. Fast forward to today, and the Acadian SS has become a collectible. Restored examples can fetch prices almost around $100,000, making the most seasoned car enthusiast blink. Factors like condition, originality, and the specific engine and transmission options play a huge role in determining a car's value. So if you're lucky enough to own an Acadian SS, you might be sitting on a gold mine. Number 4, 1961 Chevy Impala SS. The Chevy Impala SS is a true icon of the Canadian muscle car era. Chevrolet produced nearly 65,000 full-size convertibles in 1961, and the majority of those were assembled in the US, but a smaller number was built by the company's subsidiary in Canada, and sources suggest that around 83 Impala drop-tops like this car came with a 348 cubic inch V8. This full-sized beauty had a powerful V8 engine that could generate up to 240 horsepower. This 61 Impala came with the ermine white paint and a red interior when it left the factory in California. Unlike US-built editions, these Canadian Impalas couldn't be ordered with the 409 big block V8, meaning the 348 in this car was as big as they came. According to sources, this automobile is one of only two built this way that have survived, making it quite rare and potentially valuable, rumored at $200,000. We're told that documentation will come with this car and hopefully it confirms the claims. On its arrival, a brand new Impala SS could set you back around $3,000. As it can be guessed, that sure is quite a lot of money, even by today's standards. But let's be honest, it was worth every penny for the raw power and style you got. Nowadays, a restored Impala SS in good condition can come to around $30,000 to well over $100,000, depending on the year, condition, and specific options. Just make sure to take good care of it. Number 3, 1969 Oldsmobile Cutless. The Oldsmobile Cutless has a rich heritage. It first hit the market in the early 1960s and quickly became a favorite. The Cutless stood out with its V8 engine delivering up to 310 horsepower. It could go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in around 7 seconds, which was impressive for its time. The car also has a new drive shaft and U-joints, factory fuel tank with sump added, 4-core radiator, Flowmaster Series 40 mufflers, H-pipe, and a custom manual bent exhaust system. The interior is all new and built to perfection. While most of its cars were manufactured in America, Canada was perhaps the second biggest manufacturer of the Cutless. In fact, many of the 10,682 Cutlasses built back in 1969 were actually also built in Canada. Still, since not many have survived the test of time, they've been made out to be an extremely rare find. The Cutless was reasonably priced. For instance, in 1967, a brand new Oldsmobile Cutless Supreme cost around $3,200. Today, it's a cherished classic. Depending on the condition, a well-maintained Cutless ranges between $15,000 and $30,000. The market trend shows a steady appreciation for this iconic muscle car. If you're thinking of investing in a classic car, the Oldsmobile Cutless is a solid choice. Its combination of history, performance, and timeless design keeps it high in demand. Number 2, 1965 Ford Falcon. The Ford Falcon was a big deal in Canada, and it has quite an interesting story as well. Ford's early Falcon-based Mustang had plenty of power available, not least of which was the legendary K-Code 271 horsepower, 289 cubic inch V8. Despite shared mechanicals, Ford refused to drop the K-Code 289 into Falcons, doubtless so it could keep pumping out pony cars by the gross. But Ford of Canada, whose assembly line pumped out Falcons rather than Mustangs, announced that the K-Code engine was available in all Falcon models except station wagons sold in Canada for the 1965 model year. Per a letter sent to the NHRA's National Dragster by Ford Motor Company of Canada, all were equipped with the top-loader 4-speed, heavy-duty suspension, 10-inch drum brakes, and traction lock, which was unbelievable even on 1965 Mustang K-Codes. All would be special orders, and indeed research indicates that a total of 7 were built through the end of July 1965. It was like the Mustang's more affordable down-to-earth counterpart. Think of it as a solid, reliable car that could handle Canadian winters while still packing a punch. In the 1960s, you could snag a base Falcon for around $2,500. But if you wanted the high-performance Sprint version with its 289 cubic inch V8 and 320 horsepower, you'd be looking at closer to $3,200. But if you scan the marketplace today, you'll get to know that restored Falcons are hot commodities. A mint-condition Sprint can range from $30,000 to well over $50,000. The price range is dependent upon factors like mileage and wear and tear. Number 1. 1964 Pontiac Bowmont. The Pontiac Bowmont was a unique car in the 1960s. In 1962, the Acadian was offered in 8 models with either Base Invader or Deluxe Bowmont series. The Bowmont provided extra quality trim, identifications, and luxury. Items such as foam-cushioned rear seats, horn ring on the steering wheel, rear armrests, and automatic front door dome light switches were standard Bowmont features. It shared many features with the Chevrolet Chevelle, but had distinct Pontiac styling. Initially, the Bowmont was part of the Acadian lineup, aimed at the Canadian market. It boasted impressive features like a V8 engine with 350 horsepower. When first released, the Bowmont's price ranged from $2,500 to $3,000, making it a competitive option. Today, depending on the condition and model, the market value of a Pontiac Bowmont can range from $20,000 to even $50,000. The demand for these cars remains high due to their unique place in automotive history and their powerful engines. That's it for today, folks. Did we miss any of your favorites? Let us know in the comments below. Until then, take care.